Hi, I'm Pop. This is Pop Shop. We're converting a motorhome to a toy hauler. Dovetail, ramps. We'll take you through part of the process, chopping a bunch of it up, turning it into a pretty awesome project. You want to watch? Hang out. We'll get going. Pop here again. I did a little peeling of the lumber off of this metal framework. And now we're going to pick this off of here with the skid steer, turn it upside down, and strip it down to the bare metal. And then I'll be able to frame out the actual bed that's rigid with the frame and not rubber mounted like the rest of the cab. So that's what we're doing. All right, Pop here again, outside the shop. I kind of left you off with this bed still on the camper. And once I got all the wood off of it and everything, I found out that it's way too thin and flimsy. So, the trash truck that we hauled off the stuff from the camper donated its bed. The lift doesn't work anyway. So this bed is now the one that's going to be on the camper. I believe, like I said in earlier ones, I wouldn't really know what I was doing until I tore it apart. So we now have camper exploded all over the yard. The walls, the roof, and we have a bare open frame. So I'm going to pick that thing up with a skid steer and bring it in here. This way a little, that camera.
We need to come this way just a tiny bit that way. Yep. Hold on. Up. That's hard to get lined up on with that fuel tank. Everybody's gonna come and turn around either one way or the other.
Yeah, it's sitting on the...
Yeah. Trying not to, but...
Okay. Now, I got to determine where to cut this because this metal edge is going all the way to that black box right over top of that other one, and determine where my fuel filler neck is going to pop out through here, which is a whole lot of me crawling around in the dirt, so I'll get back to you. This is going to be really loud, but I'm proud of my Evo chop saw. What's the brand? Diablo now makes a steel demon blade. So they're pretty handy too instead of a death wheel. $35, and it's worth it. Well, there it is, sitting there. Tucked up inside there. Hangs over the bumper a little ways. But I underestimated the strength of the Ford frame. It flexes in the middle. So it's not going to work. The only way I can think to save it is go back to my original plan, which was to have a really short cab and get that bed to go all the way up here so that it'll strengthen the weak Ford frame. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one. All right, January 2025. I cut more off. It's super windy, sorry. I kind of wanted to show you what I had planned before I take it apart again and start building my new frame support. So it is now that big, and the bed balances really nice. Another issue I had with this bed is the bed itself is only 36 inches wide, and this truck is 43 up here and 40 back there. So if we can see the little black lines, I'll cut out for that hump. I'll cut out for where the filler neck hoses go through. As you can see, it's quite a bit narrower. But I have a whole bunch of this. A 2.5 inch by 3/8 thick angle iron. This is just a short little piece. So what I'm gonna do is put one that way, and then right on top of it, another one that way, and make 5-inch C-channel. And this right here is 5 inches. So all of this will stay here, but there'll be an additional C-channel over here sitting flat on the frame in the areas where the frame is flat. And that would be from, probably can't see, this blue line all the way to the back, which is about 8 foot of frame. And then from right here all the way up front to the back of the house, which is about 55 inches. Once that is in place, after this cutout, I'll be able to plate between the two C-channels and further reinforce this entire frame. The frame up there is about 9.5 inches. The frame back here is about 6.5 inches. I also took what was the old deck here and built my back wall. That will be where my doorway goes. I framed these windows in for the smaller windows. Be a little one here and an even smaller one over there. But like I said, it's January 17, 2025. Tomorrow is supposed to be, I think, 21 degrees and windy, and the next day is about 14 degrees and windy. So this one here, it's gonna take me a while to build this video. More than just a couple of days. There's a lot of time going into this, but I'll let you know. Hey there, we're out in the shop today. It's 7 degrees and the wind is blowing. So yesterday I welded up a couple of the C-channel things I was talking about, making them out of angle iron, big heavy duty stuff. Notches for various and assorted things that are within there. Little notch over here where the fuel lines come and loop around over the front tank. Need to cut some holes in there. So I'm gonna have to go to the parts store and get a new bottle of acetylene because it's empty. But I have one of these. Harbor Freight tool. Costs $42. Well, I also have a whole bunch of these. The one I took the bed off of the trailer that it was on, it was connected to a lift hydraulic. It's all broke. But those bigger bolts, these are grade 8, 5/8 by 2.5 inch, are about $4 with a nut and washer. I have 14 of them. Then I have 6 of the smaller ones that are probably $3 with a nut and washer. But I could barely get them off with a Milwaukee Impact. The old Harbor Freight, I just found this is faster. A little WD-40 on there so I don't hurt nothing. The old Harbor Freight tap and die. Turns these bolts right back to brand new. So, $40 tap and die, $50, $60 worth of bolts, totally worth it. Well, the parts store was out of acetylene. It's the 22nd now, I think. I got my other pieces cut, but I haven't welded them together, but it's actually 40 degrees out today, so I'm actually doing some stuff outside while I'm waiting for the acetylene. However, it is windy, so we get to listen to that. So, started framing this in, so it's going to start looking like something here pretty quick. I bolted everything down, starting to fill in all this with aluminum framing with the back flange so that I can attach my interior to it. As we can see, this side over here just has open gaps all over the place. Ended up using some of these little plastic deals that were near the old fender wells, so got that all solided up, and I'm going to start attaching my metal. It would be kind of a patchwork quilt kind of thing, but I don't have any helpers. I'm out here playing by myself today. And yeah, no acetylene yet. I did, however, get a helped a neighbor yesterday when it was freezing cold, because he had to take down a tree that was coming apart, and I ended up with a whole bunch of free firewood. So That'll help keep me warm in the shop next year. But anywho, like I said, it's windy. That's probably really loud. I will keep working on this a little bit at a time, keep bringing you back. I put out another video yesterday about an older project, but hopefully I can go get some acetylene later on today, and before I have to go to work tomorrow, make some progress this afternoon, although it's already almost 1 o'clock. All right, back on the camper. Got the windows in, doors in. The bed is sitting on it. I set that up there just for funsies. I'm working on some dovetail, so I don't have super long ramps. Putting in some little fish plates in the outdoor welder because I'm outdoors. That's not going to stay there forever. These little gems right here will go right here, but figured I'd go grab the camera real quick so we can see what I got going on. I'm tying this huge I-beam to the smaller I-beam and the back of the trailer. Now it's no longer a trailer, now it's the bed of the motorhome. So you got this window in. This thing's gonna be awesome. I gotta climb around underneath there and weld that all together. By that I mean all of those have to be welded to the bottom of the bed, and they are now where's one at? Right there. They are bolted to the frame in 10 places. It should stay there. It's going to be a cool toy hauler. It'll haul a lot bigger toy than that. All right, well, I drug her out in the sun because I just wanted to kind of see what it looked like. Kind of like a cab over, semi-sleeper kind of thing, which was part of my vision. I know these ramps are ridiculous, they're just for a four-wheeler, but I got my dovetail done. Ramps are just sitting there for perspective. I will build some steel ramps. It just kind of has a crown up over, instead of having, those ramps are over 7 foot long, so I would ended up being 9. While I was at it, these pieces down here I cut off. This was a receiver from an 01 3/4 ton Chevy truck, so it wouldn't fit in there, but this piece that goes all the way across ties everything all together on top of the dovetail I-beams. Actually holds that in there pretty good, keeps the receiver up off the ground so I don't bottom drag. Eventually this hole in here, that's 7 foot long, same as the ramps I got back here. That'll be where I make my ramp storage. But for now, it's January 31st. I've been working on this for a long time, a little bit. Nights, weekends kind of thing, you know, because guys got to work. So, next round we'll finish that missing piece of tin, get the air conditioner off the roof, and start working on our interior. Probably can't see anything through there, but that's still just a void. But it's coming together, and hopefully we'll keep watching. Probably going to be at least another series on this, but this is the end of number 3. Thanks for watching.